what makes a true support and resistance zone. So to kick things off, we're going to just start off with a little thought, right? So you miss high R multiple trades. If you miss high R multiple trades, you want to be looking at the delta inside of your zones to make quicker decisions. So I'm going to break that down. So if you find yourself taking 1R or 2R trades, and there's nothing wrong with that, instead what you want to do is you want to read the delta inside of your order blocks or your key levels or your zones to catch more of the move quicker and faster. So that's going to be the aim of this video. So just by starting things off, if you take a trade and you feel like it lost or you felt like it wasn't the optimum entry that you needed, the reason why is because you're entering in the vague, right? So you want to move away from entering in the vague and you want to enter in the specific. Now, the way you do that is by using the delta at key levels. So what I'm trying to say is do not enter so much outside of the zone. There are times you may have to wait for a candle break. There are times you have to wait for a closure, but move away from candle breaks and start looking at what actually drives the zone, what actually drives the price in your key levels, right? So that's what we're going to be breaking down in this video. So you want to go from the vague to the specific, right? So this is the specific, sorry. The vague is looking at candles, looking at breaks, looking at wicks. Now the problem is there's so many wicks and there's so many bodies everywhere. So how do you know which zone is optimal to take a trade from early on? So you want to move from the vague to the specific. So a quick overview on how footprint charts work. You have two numbers, the left number and the right number. The left number represents the aggressive sellers or the sell orders. The right represents the aggressive buyers, right? Or the buy orders, hitting the bid and the ask respectively. So your job is to understand whether there are more aggressive sellers or more aggressive buyers. And we denote that via footprint chart delta. Now, the delta on the footprint charts simply refers to who is being more aggressive. Think of aggressors as people putting in effort. So when you observe a red delta, this simply refers to the fact that sellers are putting in more effort. Now, when you see a blue delta, it's the opposite. Buyers are putting in more effort. So a very simple way to look at footprint charts is red delta, selling effort, blue delta, buying effort, right? That's half the battle. So you want to move from vague to specific.